Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter. It is episode 76, and it is brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook, also brought to you by Chris Rose Sports, the newly branded Chris Rose, who's got Rose Rotation in his new football podcast. We're doing an update on the Rose Rotation Bump, the OG Chris Rose Show. Last year, pitchers, with the exception of Liam Hendriks, we're not going to talk about the Field of Dreams game. We're just not gonna discuss it. They tended to have pretty strong outings after appearing on the Rose Rotation. So has that trend continued? Let's talk about it. 7 active MLB pitchers have appeared on the Rose Rotation during the 2022 season so far. 4 of the 12 guys interviewed by Rosie are starting pitchers. Let's talk about them. How did they each fare in their next appearance on the mound after appearing with Rose? Well, 3 of the 4 starting pitchers, and you might know these names: Adam Wainwright, I know that one, Alek Manoah, Josiah Gray, they all threw quality starts after being interviewed by Rosie. Gray had the most strikeouts. He struck out 9 dudes and only allowed 2 earned runs in 6 innings. Alek Manoah went the deepest. He went 6 2/3 innings, but all of them tossed some quality starts. Logan Webb also had a good start. He didn't go 6 innings. He went 5, but he had a solid performance: 2 runs, 5 hits, and 6 strikeouts. Let's not forget about relievers. I have a podcast with a reliever. This is a reliever apologist company, except for Peter Moylan, who keeps talking bad about my Mets. Tyler Matzek, he pitched a scoreless inning after his appearance on the show in late June. David Bednar of the Pirates and Paul Sewald of the Mariners, they also pitched scoreless innings too. So the Rose Rotation luck for relievers and starters seems pretty real. Everyone seems to dice up batters after they have a chat with old Rosie. But what about position players? It's tough to hit, we all know that, and there have been 9 position players, including 4 catchers. Catchers love the Rose Rotation. They've all been interviewed by Rosie this season. 3 of the 9, Nick Castellanos, Tyler Stevenson, and my guy, Orioles hat here, Adley Rutschman, recorded multi-hit games after their spot on the Rose Rotation. We should really talk about Adley's game. He had quite the game after having a chat with Mr. Chris Rose. He went 3 for 4 with 2 doubles and a walk against those Texas Rangers. A couple guys had some great performances too. Ty France drew the most walks of anybody in his appearance after with 2. Adley had the 3 hits. Luke Mali scored 2 runs, and Rowdy Tellez was the only one to hit a home run. He collected 2 ribeye steaks after chatting with good old Chris Rose. And 5 of the 9 position players total scored 1 or more runs. So Rose Rotation power seems to be a thing for these guys. But what about the hosts? Everybody wants to know about the hosts. They're the faces of the show. We got to talk about them too. This year, the pitcher co-hosts, which are Lucas Giolito, Trevor May, and Stephen Brault, have performed better than position players in the next game they play after recording an episode. Tyler Glasnow, we love him to death. We can't include him because he's been injured this year, but he just got that extension, so good for Tyler. In fact, Trevor May and Stephen Brault have yet to give up a run in the games they play after chatting with Rosie on the Rose Rotation. So for Trevor and Stephen, Rose Rotation power is real. Alright, what the hell? New location, new shirt, new shades? This Stats That Exist But Do Not Matter was brought to you by the DraftKings Sportsbook, and guys, it's almost football season. We just talked about baseball for like 5 minutes, but we're switching sports. Keep up. What better way to kick things off than with an exciting deal from DraftKings? All you have to do is bet $5 on any NFL wager, and you'll instantly receive $200 in free bets. You're pretty familiar with this by now. Same game parlays. You can combine multiple bets from the same game to give yourself a shot at an even bigger payout. For all those in states where sports betting isn't quite legal yet, don't forget about DraftKings Daily Fantasy, where they have been innovating even more ways to win some cash this football season. The John Boy Media Office Fantasy Football Draft is this Wednesday, so it might have already happened by the time this video went out. Hopefully me and Justin Pennick may have heard of him. We probably did well, and you probably want to listen to our advice if you're going to bet on some football. DraftKings has been around for a while, so you know that your funds are safe and secure and relied upon. You can withdraw them whenever you want. You can deposit whenever you want. New customers bet $5 on any NFL football wager and instantly receive $200 in free bets. Use the promo code JOHNBOY when you download their app now and receive $200 in free bets instantly when placing that $5 wager. That's promo code JOHNBOY with the DraftKings Sports Book.